So I heard somebody make a quote. This motivational content creator that I watch from time to time. His name is Spectacular. I think that's his name. He made a quote. He made a quote that I seen him make, and he was right on point. He hit it right on the nail with that one. He hit it right on the nail with that one, man. Motivation is for the short term, and discipline is for the long term, and it makes sense because you can feel motivated. You know, motivation gets you started. It gets you fired up, but as time goes on, our moods change. Different things happen in our life, and this can cause our motivation to go up and down. 1 minute we might be happy, so our motivation will be through the roof. But things happen in life. 1 week, the next week, something might happen to where you just get frustrated, or something happens and your motivation drops all the way down. But as long as you still have that discipline, it won't really matter as much, because the discipline, if your discipline is on point, you know, it won't make too much of a difference. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense. The motivation is just, it gets you started. It gets you warmed up. It gets you fired up. It gets everything started. The motivation is what starts everything. But once the motivation goes away, you need that discipline. If you ain't got that discipline, it's over for you, man. If you're only relying on motivation, the motivation alone is not going to get the job done, because life happens, and you might be happy this week, but you might be sad or mad the next week. You see what I'm saying? So it's really just basic, but let's break it down even more. I asked the ChatGPT to give me some answers and break it down for me into better detail. And it says yes. The short answer is yes. The statement is mostly true. Motivation is short term, while discipline sustains long-term success. Motivation, short-term fuel. Emotion-driven, exactly. Motivation usually comes from a burst of inspiration, a goal, a speech, a video, or a vision of what you want. It's emotional energy. And that's why I'm not really interested in being like a motivational speaker. I'm not really interested in that. I would rather teach people discipline. I want to teach you how to be disciplined. You got to be disciplined out here, not motivated. The motivation is just for the short term. That's not going to last. You need that discipline. So this channel right here is a self-improvement channel. It's not a motivational channel. I'm not a motivational speaker. I don't want to be a motivational speaker. Some of the things that I might say or do might be somewhat motivational to a degree, inspirational to a degree, of course, especially in the near future. There's going to be a whole lot of things you could take from my future content that could be considered motivational and inspirational. It's coming soon. But ultimately, I want to show people how to be disciplined. I want to show you the discipline. The motivation is just, that's not going to last. The discipline is what's going to make you last. So it's emotional driven. Motivation usually comes from a burst of inspiration. Temporary, like a spark. It burns bright, but fades quickly. You may feel motivated to work out today because you watched a fitness video, but that feeling may not be there tomorrow. Situational. Motivation often depends on the mood, the environment, or external triggers. The discipline, the long-term engine. Habit-driven. Discipline isn't about how you feel. It's about what you do consistently regardless of your mood. I didn't feel like going to school today, welding school. I didn't feel like it, but I did it anyways. I don't feel like getting up because my motivation is not all that high right now, but my discipline is crazy. I'm crazy disciplined, so it doesn't make a difference. The motivation, the lack of motivation that I have right now is not going to stop me, because my discipline game is on point. So even though I don't feel like getting up in the morning and going to school tomorrow, 9 times out of 10 I'm going to do it anyways. You feel me? Sustainable. It's the structure, the routines, and systems you build, like waking up early, going to the gym, writing daily, saving money, that carries you through even when you don't feel motivated. Resilient. Discipline allows you to keep going when motivation disappears, which is inevitable in any long journey. How they work together. Motivation gets you started. It's like an ignition on a car. Starts everything. Discipline keeps you going. It's the engine that drives you to your destination. Over time, discipline often creates self-reinforcing motivation. Once you see results from your consistency, that progress fuels you. Exactly. So once you reach your goals and you get things done, that's going to spark your motivation up even more. It's going to spark your motivation up all over again. See what I'm saying? And it's just a continuous thing. You know what I'm saying? So the motivation won't completely go away. It'll come and it'll go. You'll see it and then you won't see it. Then you'll see it again, then you won't see it. And it'll go up and it'll go down. And, you know, it just depends on how you feel that day and what's going on. And, you know. But that's the perfect way to break it down, man. So I'm not really interested in being a motivational speaker per se. Like, it's important. The motivation is important because it's what starts everything. You got to get motivated first. The motivation comes first. That's what starts everything. So of course, you know, I still want to motivate people. I still want to give motivation to people. But ultimately, you need that discipline. The discipline is what's going to keep you going. The motivation and inspiration only gets you started. So that's great. But, you know, what's really more important? Let's ask ChatGPT that question. Let's see which one is more important. Let me see what the AI thinks. So now I asked ChatGPT which one is more important, the motivation or the discipline. Let's see what it has to say. It says, great follow-up. Here's the truth. Discipline outweighs motivation in importance, especially when it comes to long-term goals. Why discipline is more important than motivation? Motivation is unstable. It comes and it goes. Exactly. Depending on your circumstances. You can't always count on feeling like it. Discipline is consistent. It doesn't ask if you feel inspired or if you feel good. It's about showing up no matter what. That reliability is what produces results over months and years. Results come from repetition. See, I seen Lil Wayne make that quote. Lil Wayne, I seen him make that quote that repetition is what's going to get you to where you need to go. Repetition is repetition, man. Money, resources, women, if that's what you want. Everything it is that you want in life, it all comes from repetition. Which means what? Consistency. Being consistent. Being disciplined. Doing the things that you need to do even when you don't feel like it. Like I said, I didn't feel like going to school today. I did it anyways. I probably won't feel like going to school tomorrow or Friday either. I'm going to do it anyways. You feel me? Because I know I need to. That's what is going to get me to where I need to be in life. So I'm going to do it, whether I feel like it or not. Almost every achievement, getting fit, building wealth, mastering a skill, is the product of small daily actions stacked up over time. That requires discipline more than just bursts of motivation. So there you have it, man. So my channel is more so based around discipline, more so than motivation. You know what I'm saying? That's really what's important here. Motivation is cool, but what's really, really important is the discipline. So I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm a disciplined speaker. We need discipline, not motivation.